Hi, and welcome to the Changing Perspectives podcast, the show where we discuss a variety of topics including grief, parenting, pop culture, and relationships. Join us and explore a number of changing perspectives. We're your hosts, Jenni and Josh Brennan. Hi, Jenni.
Hi.
What's going on?
I have no idea.
What are you doing? You're playing with stuff?
No, there's a mess
making
on the
noises?
desk. There's a mess on the desk, and I was going to take care of it.
What's it from?
From our oldest. When he came in our office last night, he was like, I don't want any of this stuff, and dumped it on our desk.
Because we
I
are
dumped
his.
it on our desk.
We're his receptacle for unwanted stuff.
No, he was making sure that we didn't want any of it.
Okay. I actually did end up taking a couple things.
Yeah, and the stuff I'm saving is like chargers and stuff. It's useful.
Okay. Can you fix your microphone a little bit? There you go.
Yeah. Is this the first time we've recorded in the new studio?
No.
Oh. Really?
Nope. This is the second time, I think.
Oh, interesting. I have no recollection of the last time.
Well, we remember how we talked about the audio might be off a little bit.
Okay.
But it was fine.
Okay.
Did you listen to the last episode?
No, I haven't listened to episodes in like 6 months.
Why? Let's talk about that for a second.
I don't really like
Tell
myself.
the Changing Perspectives listeners why you don't listen. You don't like to hear yourself?
Yeah, I was okay until like September, October last year. Then the bottom fell out.
Well, we all know why. You don't listen to episode 50-something. What the heck happened?
Yeah.
Jenni and Josh.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten back into it. And I only listened to it on my way to work, and lately I've not been doing that. I've been listening to, well, I don't drive to work anymore.
You don't drive.
In coronavirus land.
Yeah.
But I was listening to more lighthearted stuff.
Okay. Like what?
Reality checked.
Reality. Oh, you talked about that last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If Jenni had her way, she would transform this podcast into a Bachelor podcast.
Or any Bravo television show. We could talk about Vanderpump Rules in Jackson Brittany's wedding episode. The
only show that I would be okay talking about is Vanderpump Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we should say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. We were just talking to each other. Yeah, I haven't seen you all day. You were working.
Uh-huh.
So how was your day?
Long.
Yeah. Well, welcome to episode 61, everybody. Hey, happy anniversary, Jenni. I'm pretty sure this is right around the year.
I feel like our first episode was on the 30th, 31st. I think that up.
This will come out on the 30th, I believe.
Hold please. The 30th. Mm-hmm.
This will come out on March 30th, Monday. Yeah. Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Changing Perspectives.
I did not get you a present. Oh, wait, I did. I got you that cute little thing on our door that says, please do not disturb recording.
I love it.
Happy anniversary. It's an anniversary gift.
Thank you very much.
What'd you give me?
Show content.
That's true. I have no idea what we're talking about today, actually.
I prepped it. How often do you think that the boys are going to ignore our new door sign? Like, how effective is that new door sign going to be?
It's really just the oldest. He's the only one that comes in during recording.
The other one comes in. He hasn't come in a little while, but
I would bet money that the oldest comes in during today's recording, does not pay attention, and asks us about dinner.
Dinner, yes. Mm-hmm. And we dubbed him Kramer.
Or asks if he can purchase something, because it's Friday, so they...
Food or money? What do I want? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
so what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, great. I thought you prepped.
COVID-19. I want to take a second, just hope everybody's doing okay out there in our listener world, and you are keeping your family safe, you're practicing your social distancing and washing your hands and doing what the CDC has recommended. Everybody does. And much love and good thoughts out to your families. Hope everybody's safe and healthy. That's it. Anything to add to the listeners?
No.
Okay. You give me a big eye roll.
I'm so tired of talking about COVID-19.
You are?
Yeah.
I guess that, well, we're not really talking.
Is that going to be a problem?
Well, it's sort of a little bit, but this is our new reality. So I feel like there's a lot of content out in the world right now that you can disconnect from COVID-19 and what's happening.
Right.
But I feel like there's some people that want to talk about it, or at least talk about their life in figuring out how to live in the new reality. Like our last episode was how to work from home. Mm-hmm. And sort of navigate that new reality with folks.
Okay, so what's this episode?
This episode, we're going to shift the focus to relationships and couples and
Didn't we already do that?
No, we did. We did stay-at-home date ideas. That was a pint-sized, and it sort of morphed into what to do with the family too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, and this isn't really date ideas. This is really about how to survive the quarantine world as a couple.
Actually, that's a good topic because
Oh, thanks.
any patient that I saw virtually this week or last week that is partnered, or many of them, it's a struggle to now be sharing space with their partner all the time. It's also a struggle for me to be sharing space with our dogs all the
Yeah.
time right now. Everett.
I saw something on.
It's being a little
It was like a
difficult right now.
Huffington Post article, and I didn't click on it, but it said something about how they don't know why, but dogs are loving life right now.
Everett just
everybody's
realized
home.
that in this new office he can look out and see the front
Oh.
yard.
Do you see the street, buddy?
No, he's very excited that he's gonna climb over all that stuff.
Oh boy.
Stay tuned for a loud crash.
Yes.
Soon.
It wouldn't be changing perspectives without noises in the background.
So it's a struggle to now be working from home. I actually saw a meme at some point this week that said it's interesting seeing like a work version of my husband. I didn't know I was married to we'll circle back around to that type of guy.
That's good.
Uh,
I hope everybody gets a chance to check out Conference Call Bingo, because if you're somebody like me that does conference calls for work,
you didn't play. I didn't
there's
see
so
you
many.
post one.
I should have played. I
There's
have
still
a
time.
conference call today. I should have played.
There's still time.
Yes, I will play for sure, and I'll post it. We've been trying to stay as active as we can on social medias. Hopefully
I
you.
have not been.
Well, Changing Perspectives keeps posting quotes and pictures and stuff.
I haven't posted in a few days, but
Yeah.
I intend to. And
Yes.
I have a lot of stuff in my pending folder. I just haven't pushed it. I'll get there.
Yeah, we will. Be on the lookout for that. So
I'm
check
still
out our.
adjusting.
Yes.
I'm working more from home than I was working. Now that I'm working from home, I'm working more than I was working in my office.
A colleague of mine said the same thing the other day.
I'm seeing actually more patients.
Yeah, you're seeing
and
more
I have a
patients.
new class that launched at the same time as the quarantine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good timing.
Good timing.
So, has that come up a lot in your class that you're teaching? What's going on?
Coronavirus?
Mhm.
The entire first session was like a group therapy session.
Really?
Yeah, I took my lesson plan and threw it out the window because it was very evident that these students who are master's level students, this is their last course. It's their capstone course.
Oh,
putting
wow.
everything together. They're in internship and their internships had been locked down. They weren't allowed to go. They weren't sure if they were still going to graduate. There had been no formal declaration about what was happening with their internship hours. They didn't care about the syllabus. I mean, I went over the syllabus and the
Yeah.
course requirements, and then I said, basically, I ran a group therapy session and said, this is now your space. We can talk about it or not. Totally
Yeah.
up to you. And they talked about it and supported each other. And then every single one of them came back for a second session this week, which doesn't always happen. Like nobody dropped it. Everybody was there, really supportive of each other, super engaged, which is really hard for
Yeah.
an evening class. So they're talking about it. They're social workers. So
Yeah.
they care about people. Not that non-social workers
I was
don't,
just going to
but
challenge you on that. I'm just kidding.
but it's like inherent in our
Yeah, no, of course.
our core.
It takes a special person to be a
No,
social
I
worker.
don't really like that. I don't
It
know.
does.
Do you like that when people are like, it takes a special person to work in tissue donation?
I don't not like it.
Because I don't
mean,
think I'm a special person. I think
I
it takes
guess
a
for
special
lack of a
person
better
to do like
term-
taxes and deal with numbers all
Of course
day.
it does. I mean,
We're all
everybody has
special.
their, characteristics that make them good at what they do. Right? There's a reason people choose their professions, and not everybody can do that. It does take specific, very compassionate and caring attributes to do what you do. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. You don't like that trope, though.
I don't. Yeah.
That special trope.
I don't think I'm special for doing what I do, but I do think my students are special. So
Yeah.
I feel like we have to apologize for the fact that we have two dogs chewing on dog toys.
We did
today.
last time too.
Okay, I don't know if they're
Excuse me.
showing
We're
up,
both
but
yawning,
it's better
Jenny.
than I tell you.
Mm.
That I'm working more than
Yawning is
I'm
contagious.
exhausted. I have done.
Yeah, this is a long week.
I have done. What did I just say? 12% more sessions than I do on a normal month, and the month is not over.
Yeah.
tired. I end up doing them from home in an uncomfortable chair.
And I'm doing different work now that
Yeah, so let's get us back to our the topic here. So
Yes.
your schedule is different, my schedule is different, our kids' schedule is different. I think a lot of people out there are in the same boat where like suddenly they're seeing their partner way more than they were before, and they're seeing the work version of their partner, or they're both having to sort of work from home at the same time. I was talking to a colleague who's doing therapy from home, but her partner is also working from home. So, and they've got 2 small kids. So trying to like balance, okay, like my call is more important than your call. It's a lot right now. And so basically, I think a lot of couples, by the time they reach the end of the week right now, are ready to punch their partner in the face. I don't condone physical violence, but I think that it's like I've seen a lot of you, even though you've been out of the house. I don't usually see you at my office all day.
Yeah, right.
You were at my office all day today and all day Monday.
Yeah, 3 days where we didn't see each other right in the middle, though. Too much. But when you come out of a session, I'm not there usually. And today I was a bunch of times.
Also, there's usually not dogs or cats or dirty dishes.
Well, how to survive the quarantine as a couple. I have some thoughts, some bullet points. I did take a couple ideas from this article that I wanted to shout out. This is, and I'll put the link in the show notes. This is from Haaretz.com. It's Haaretz. It's a news site. And the title of this is just that, I think.
I don't think it's a news. I think you should.
I don't know what this is. I think it says news. It's a news site. How to survive a coronavirus quarantine and save your relationship. That's the title of the article. They have a few good points in there, and but I came up with some things I want to see what you think about what I've written here. But the first tip I think is be open and honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, so I did talk to people about that because people were tiptoeing around each other, their partners, like, oh, it's really annoying that they've set up in the kitchen. Like, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Well, did you talk to them about that? No, I don't really want to upset them. I think it's important to be honest. We're not talking about like, we have to work from home for a day. I mean, we're on week 2.
Yeah.
And our kids here in Massachusetts are out of school for another 5 weeks at least. So this is sort of the new normal. And so if it's not going to work for both partners to have someone set up in the kitchen, then maybe it's time to talk about that. I actually just, as I do, was flipping through social media while you were talking. And one of my peers just said, just set up my home office for the next month or more. Feels good to have my own calm nook and dedicated space. So she set up like a little, almost like a very small desk with a chair, and it's positioned in front of an open window with a lamp, like really important to do. I had another friend text me her setup the other day. Like maybe people need to have conversations around it not being at the kitchen table. Or if it is at the kitchen table, how can you have an open and honest conversation around what's going to work for both people in the partnership?
Yeah, I think that it's super important to have open, honest conversation. Share how you're feeling, share things, and I think being open is about being ready to listen to your partner. Sometimes, I'm really bad at this, something I want to work on.
Cleaning anything?
No.
Snapchatting?
No, yes, we're going to get there, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's on the list to talk about.
It's weird, but okay.
I know. No, I tend to not just listen. I tend to want to interject a lot and talk.
That's a true story.
And I think it's important to remember sometimes just be quiet and listen to what your partner's saying. Just hear them. Give them sort of those nonverbal cues that you're listening, like look in their eyes and nod and, sort of wait your turn and really hear what they're going through, because everyone's going through new things, and you can experience these things together and support each other. But I guess I would just, caution folks not to jump in too early. Just listen to what your partner's saying.
Don't just say something. Sit there.
Yes, I like that a lot. You've talked about that before.
Yeah, that was from a professor in grad school.
Yeah.
From a clinical standpoint, but I think that works.
Yeah.
for any listening situation. And a lot of the research shows that when people are quote unquote listening, they're actually really just waiting their turn to say what they've already decided they're going to say.
Right.
And not listening. And so really paying attention to those other stimuli can help you to listen. So too can like being mindful, practicing mindfulness.
Yes.
Okay, so open and honest communication is the first tip.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would say, and we talked about this, did we? All the days have become one. And I don't know if things have actually happened or if I've dreamed them, but I feel like we talked about, or if I wrote them and didn't talk about them. But I feel like we talked
all
about
jumbled
like,
together.
it really is. There's not a firm boundary between work and personal life right now. I think we talked about having a sort of check-in with your partner at the beginning of the week and the end of the week to see what worked and what didn't work. So being really open and honest in those conversations. Like maybe it's not going to work for your partner to like when they're taking a break and you see them sitting on the couch, maybe it's not going to work for them to have you come out and like start talking to them. Maybe they need a total break from people at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
So having honesty is important. So I would encourage everyone to do that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The next tip that I wrote was...
Well, you didn't write this. Did you write this?
I wrote these two first ones.
Oh, you did?
For real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
impressed.
I'll reference the ones that I pulled from that website in a second. Ask questions. In addition to that open and honest communication, taking that the next step is ask questions like, and specific questions. I think I asked you yesterday, without telling me obviously details, what was some of the most impactful moments of your day yesterday, or what rang true the most for you during your day yesterday? Like asking specific questions. But what do you think about this news story? What do you think about this? Or what did you like most about the movie we watched the other day? Like just ask questions. I feel like asking questions.
So you're really saying show interest in your partner's day?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
And not just day, but feelings.
Okay.
Like how they're thinking, how they're feeling during this time,
Okay.
being in quarantine. You've done a really nice job giving us, like making the space work for us, the space as in home. Like and not everybody has an opportunity to buy things, but we're fortunate enough to have been able to purchase a few things over the last 2 weeks that have helped us.
But I am a really good sales shopper.
Yes, you
Got
are.
a free printer with that.
It was free.
Chromebook,
yeah. Both of us working a fair amount from home, and knowing that our printer was dying. We talked about that last episode. Getting us this free printer with the purchase of something else.
It wasn't dying because I gave it away to someone yesterday for free. I think it just didn't like us.
It just didn't like us. Didn't like our networks.
I didn't like it. It had negative, bad juju, bad energy around it.
Yeah,
it's gone.
But anyway, I just wanted to thank you for making our space, which was our home, more conducive to being stuck here.
You're welcome. I did it for myself though, because I
just wanted to shout out the ice maker. It's awesome.
Well,
by the way,
Kristen and Nicole,
yes.
They've been telling us, they really just need to run our lives. Everything they tell us to do or watch or visit.
Like this podcast.
Yeah. They're right. So they said a while ago, we need to get an ice maker. And now that we are no longer going to Dunks in the morning for iced coffee or iced tea, sorry, Tanya, we are making it at home and need a lot of ice. And so that's 3 of us, you, me, and our oldest, using ice for iced coffee or tea in the morning.
Yeah.
And I make my isogenic shake for breakfast because that makes me feel good. It's like the one healthy thing I put in my body all day. And we were out of ice by like 7 a.m. So not the ice maker. It is fabulous. Love it. We should probably put a link in that too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I specifically wanted to sort of streamline things that were going to make it easier for us.
Yeah.
So new ice maker, change the sort of setup of some things.
Move the couple of rooms around like we talked about. So it's like making our space conducive to having to be here.
Yeah. I bought a new, wall vinyl thing. It says good vibes
for our studio.
Our studio, a new clock that everybody in this house really loves. Everyone's like, whoa.
That's a cool clock, man.
Yes, it's $15 on Amazon. Everyone loves it. Because I need the space to be, to feel good for me to be in it.
Right.
So part of it is like I did it selfishly for myself, but I think you're reaping the benefits.
Well, and I wanted to come back to asking questions because it speaks to, I think you asked a question. What do you think about the ice maker? What do you think? What would make? What do you think about moving this room and asking questions about how each other felt
Do you know
about
that
it?
our oldest couldn't find the coffee maker?
Oh, really?
Yes, I was really impressed because I put the ice maker somewhere and I
Mhm.
had to move something else because I don't like lots of stuff on the counter because it's cluttered and it makes me feel cluttered. And I moved the coffee maker and I wondered if our oldest would figure out where it was. And then the next morning I heard him use it and I thought, awesome, he found it. I didn't know he spent like 10 minutes trying to find it.
That was
He was
awesome.
like, Mom, I
I
couldn't
was,
find the coffee maker. I was looking everywhere. And then I realized you wouldn't put it away because I use it all the time and Dad uses it. So I had to think of what. So it was like a problem solving. That was his homeschooling lesson for the day.
There we
Just
go.
like a logic problem solving.
and today they're
Scavenger
going. We're making them be
ec.
home ec and science by having them make banana bread because we
And
have
maybe
bananas
fire
that are.
safety if they're anything like you.
Yeah, maybe. You want to out me for using wax
So
paper
last
in
night
place
I
of
was-
parchment
I
paper?
was dead after my day. I'm laying on the couch, literally just laying there dead. And Josh says, what'd you guys cook in the oven yesterday? And I said, asparagus. It's really smoky. Did you spill it? And I was like, no, it's asparagus. Maybe it's splattered? Well, maybe it's just the wax paper smoking. And I said, you mean parchment paper, right? He's like, no, wax paper. And then I said, you mean wax paper, right? I mean parchment paper, right? And then he's like, there's a difference. And almost burnt our house down because he cooked with wax paper instead of parchment paper. Our
That's
house was
very
smoky
true.
and smelled terrible. So Josh failed home ec yesterday.
I did. I didn't even think about it. I just grabbed the paper, and I
Life
wasn't.
lessons. So hopefully our boys will not ever make that
Yeah.
same mistake.
It's okay.
Actually, I saw that you already lined the banana bread pan. Did you line
Yeah.
it with parchment paper?
It's parchment, I promise.
All right.
Anyway, so ask questions. Show interest in your partner's world and what's going on with them. Not only their work and their day, but also their feelings.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't ask you questions
Why don't you?
because I ask people questions all day, every day.
Ah. So how do I?
I also don't need to ask you questions. You just tell me.
I'm pretty open.
Yeah.
I like telling you stuff.
You
Yeah.
like to talk.
I do. All right. Tip number 3 on how to survive the quarantine as a couple. And this one I took from that article is establish alone time.
For each other or by
Yeah.
yourselves?
No, for each other. This is a couples podcast.
Like away from your children.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, specific planned alone time too. Like if you could be sitting together on the couch doing work or whatever, that's not really being together. Like alone time together.
So you're basically saying like date nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that to people. It's hard. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we went for a drive on Sunday.
That was fun.
I think we might need to go for a family drive. We could go for a walk if you weren't married to someone who's freezing even on a sunny day.
And take the puppies.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
They need to have their walks, Jenny.
Yeah, I don't like walking pit bulls. I feel
I-
judged. It's a huge sense of responsibility. If someone else's dog is off leash and comes over,
Everybody needs
someone's
to
like,
check
"Is
out
that a
the
pit bull."
everyone needs to check out the Bill Burr bit about pit bulls. It's very funny.
Yes, I've heard that bit.
Yes, but alone time, like carving out actual time, especially if you have kids, to be together. Like I know we don't look at the podcast at work, but it's work to do it. Like it takes.
Yes, this is not alone time.
It's not really alone time. But I enjoy doing this with you. But us personally, we would need something additional. Like we had some time the other day. We were watching our show together and eating dinner together because the boys were playing Xbox, I think, together with some of their friends.
Yeah,
team.
I wouldn't classify that as alone time. It was like 9:00 at night, right? That was Wednesday.
Right,
so that
right.
was like I had 8 in a row. You got home at
That
like
was just like
9:30.
decompression time.
Yeah, that wasn't alone time. I would actually say that you and I have scheduled 0 alone time since this
So
whole
we
thing
need
started.
to follow this advice.
We went on a ride to my office to get my mail.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Ever just dropped a box.
But I enjoyed being with you, and I think that people need to
Yeah.
Lean into those times and try to create those moments where you could be alone. And do an activity. Check out our podcast episode on stay-at-home date ideas, and do some of your own research and what would make sense for stay-at-home dates or taking a walk together. I do want to shout out many of our neighbors, not together. They're keeping social distancing, but I've noticed a lot of families walking today, enjoying the nice weather here in New England.
Not the Brennans.
Because we were working.
I know.
We were both working
I know.
today. But I did play basketball. We played basketball with the boys. Again,
I know. I actually like that when I'm here, I have my chairs set up so that I can see out. I can see you guys playing basketball.
Did you see me like breaking ankles and
So no, I
dunking?
actually can't see the net. I can just see if someone goes out to the right.
Okay.
And I can hear the ball.
So alone time. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Anything to add?
No, that we should schedule some.
Yes.
I don't know how to do that with 3 dogs, 2 cats, 2 boys.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We have the weekend coming. We'll be good.
Okay.
All right. Tip number 4. This is my idea. Is take another look at your love language.
Interesting.
And if you haven't done that before, and what we're talking about is it's the Gottman Institute, right?
Yep.
The Gottman. No.
Love language is Chapman.
Chapman. Okay. So Google the 5 love languages quiz, and you should do that with your partner. Actually, listen to our podcast episode on it, on that same topic. I think it's important, since you're here, since you're together more, to understand that, to make sure you
That was episode 4.
It was that long ago?
It's April
Wow.
Fool's Day.
Episode 4 of Changing Perspectives podcast. Do you speak love? I believe is
Yeah,
the.
we should redo that and see if our love language is still the same.
Yeah, we could do that.
Interesting. Okay.
But yes, so do you speak each other's love language? Do you understand what they're saying, what their needs are? So check that out. If you've never done that before, it's it's a really good opportunity now to do that. So you understand each other more. So you know what your your partner's love language is and what's important to them. What do you think? You're in your phone. Hello?
I was reading a news story. Sorry.
Oh. Did you hear anything I said?
I really did.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm being open and honest. That was number 1,
That's
right?
fine. Well, what do you think about that? If a couple hasn't done that before, do you think it's important for them to do that
Always.
especially now when they're together?
I'm wondering if maybe your, I wonder if there's got to be some sort of like, coworker language. Like, what's your coworker love language? There's probably some way to sort of spin that, to look at it in terms of sharing, kind of office space.
Right.
But yes, I think for sure during this time. And also keeping in mind that you're with this person now, perhaps 24/7.
Yeah. So I know for you, it's acts of service is huge. And I think I have to really try to keep that in mind as we move through each day, and knowing what is going to show you that I love you is especially those acts of service, especially that they're living and working and existing in the same space.
Correct.
Right. Anything else to add on that?
No.
Do you think we should take a break?
No, I don't like breaks.
We have to.
Why?
Because we have an ad to share with everybody. So we're taking a break.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Here's our great ad.
All right. We will be right back. Hey, everybody. Jenny and I want to tell you guys about Lash Binder.
Yes. Lash Binder was created by celebrity makeup artist and host of the Clean Beauty podcast, Cassandra McClure.
Lash Binder is a lash application tool and method that has changed the lash game forever. Lash Binder makes lash application easier, faster, and even safer than ever before.
And with each Lash Binder sold, Lash Binder will donate one to a cancer patient who has lost her lashes due to chemotherapy. How amazing is that?
That's super amazing.
Lash Binder is available on Amazon and at select boutiques nationwide.
And you can also visit lashbinder.com. And just for our awesome listeners, you can enter the discount code Changing Perspectives at checkout for $5 off your entire order.
That's also super amazing.
Yes, it is. Visit lashbinder.com, everybody. Lashbinder is number 1 because anyone can achieve perfect lashes in seconds every time. Hey, we are back. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Everett's saying hi to me under the table.
It's like, where did you go?
Yeah.
Didn't know you left.
Where'd you go? So we have 2 more of these tips on how to survive the quarantine as a couple. And this first one I did take right from Harrods.com, the news article, How to Survive a Coronavirus Quarantine and Save Your Relationship. And this is be creative. So it says a quarantine can present a very strange, unique opportunity to be creative in your shared space. This is an opportunity to conduct joint Skype conversations with friends or family living abroad. There are cupboards and closets to organize, paperwork to do, bank accounts that should be perused together, a chance to survey everything you might want to remove from your home because there's no need for it, etc. So I guess like the point is be creative on your time together. It says every day you can choose a film that you want to see together or a TED Talk that on any subject that interests you both.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We don't watch TED Talks together.
We should. I like TED Talks. I like listening to
I know.
those TED Talks.
Podcast, I know.
Yeah. But I think we've done a fairly good job at that over the past couple weeks, especially you. Take an opportunity to redo some things and be creative in that way. But I think we can do something else.
Here's what we're not good at our downtime.
In what way?
Well,
what do you think? What could we be doing better?
Are you ripping something? Oh, yes. Hold, please. He pulled food out of my bag.
So I guess I'll just vamp for a second, and I'll commentate what's going on
What is
here.
in this magical
What did he
bag?
get?
He got rice cakes in a bag.
Oh, Everett, why don't you come lay down, buddy? He's rummaging around Jenny's work bag and seeing what he can find and dig out and play with or eat.
Norma Jean has been in this office with me for 2 weeks. She
hasn't even looked in there once. Everett. Oh, my goodness.
He's like,
all right, we have to focus now.
Okay.
What were you saying? We haven't used our downtime correctly.
Right. Do you know what we're watching tonight? Are we watching? I said, I want to watch a movie tonight as a family.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm all in. Yeah, let's watch a movie. What did we watch recently?
Onward.
Onward was great.
And Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. And we
it.
watched Knives Out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was awesome.
Okay, so maybe we have done a better job. But each of those has been met with us, all 4 of us sitting around being like, oh, what do you want to watch? I don't know. No, I don't want to watch that. 3 of us.
3 of us. The oldest doesn't want to watch.
But
what did he end up watching? He watched
Onward with us.
Yeah. That was good. I liked that a lot. We actually talked about doing a pint size about that, which we should.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Let's also do a pint size about giving away your male dog, Everett.
Everett, what does he have now?
Oatmeal. I guess I haven't unpacked my work bag. This is my emergency stash of oatmeal, just in case.
Wow.
And another rice cake.
This look on his face. Mom, I found those. Can I please have them? Finders keepers, Mom.
He's very proud of himself, too.
So be creative with your time and your space and what you choose to do during this period of time.
I actually think that that is something positive coming out of all of this coronavirus, COVID-19, it's an opportunity for people to be really creative and to solve problems, right? Like the candy store down the street clearly isn't, I guess maybe they are an essential business because they're food. I don't know. They're still open. They're selling lollipop kits. So they're selling like candy molds and popsicle sticks.
Oh, that's cool.
Lollipop sticks and melting chocolate so that you can like make chocolate popsicles, chocolate lollipops. I don't know why that's hard for me. As a family. And some of the local pizza places or the local like restaurants that sell pizza are putting together kits so that you guys can make pizza as a family. Someone told me that one of the big steakhouses in the area is, in addition to doing their takeout menu, they're doing a grocery menu. So if you just want to, they're selling their food at cost. So if you don't want them to cook the 8-ounce filet for $50, you can buy it at their cost of $16 and cook it yourself. Like really, really smart because they're still getting the same kind of order in, but not the same need for it. So it's interesting seeing people be creative. So why, and like friends having virtual happy hours,
Yeah.
They can't see each other, but they're all meeting over Skype or
You can have a virtual
FaceTime.
cocktail party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
No one's invited me to one, but
I'll invite you to mine.
I don't want to go to
Okay.
yours.
Why? I make good drinks.
Can we have a virtual cocktail party tonight? You can sit in the
Yes.
living room, I'll sit in the bedroom, and we'll just FaceTime each other.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I like you too much.
But I think that there is an opportunity for couples and families to also be creative and think outside the box.
Intimacy is part of my love language. I like hugging you.
That's physical contact. Intimacy is not a love language.
You know what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I do need a refresher.
Yep.
Okay, the final tip that I had is be silly and laugh together. And I think it's really just about sort of taking a break from the COVID talk. Although it's really important, everybody, we talked about this, I think, in the first
this is where
episode.
Snapchat comes
Yeah.
in. Okay.
It's really important to make sure that you're getting the right, your information from the right news outlets. And
Are you getting political right now?
no, I'm just saying, just make sure that you are, it's important to stay current with what's going on and you're paying attention to your local government and officials and what they're saying and what you can and can't do, etc. However, give yourself space to take a break from that and just lean into fun and be silly and laugh together. Last night we had just this laughing session, and it was, albeit a little bit at my own expense, but I did lean into that and I enjoyed being the sort of subject of the laughter. Do you want to explain to everybody what happened last night?
I don't really know how it started. Oh, I know how it started. The boys and I have streaks going on Snapchat, and I fail miserably at this. But basically, if you send a snap every day to someone, after a certain number of days, it becomes like there's like a little fire that shows, and it starts counting how many days in a row you guys have contacted each other. When you're like a middle school kid, apparently this is a big thing. So I leaned into their language and started doing streaks with them. And then it's not once a day. It's really like once every 24 hours. And so I have lost, Jackson and I got up to like almost 60.
Wow.
And then I missed it by like an hour. Snapchat isn't like, hey, you're going to lose your streaks. Ding, ding, ding.
They should, though.
They're just gone. Yeah. And then I lost Jake. So then I lost Jacob's too last week.
I don't even have Snapchat on my phone.
Right. So I was sending my snap and Jacob was next to me, and we were using the filters because he taught me recently that not everybody has the same filters. And then I guess somehow we just looped you in and you had no idea what the filters meant and what was happening. And it was just funny. And so the three of us
It looks weird.
The three of us just laughed.
It was just funny.
Laughed. I rewatched one of the videos today and laughed again. I posted it on my personal Facebook and tagged you because it's really funny, one of them. But yeah, we were silly.
I needed that.
We also played Monopoly Cheaters.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
I'm bad at that game.
That was fun. I enjoyed just being part of that last night with you and Jacob. I think it's important to really use that. Laughter can really be the best medicine in a lot of ways, and allows you to take a break from the sort of seriousness of what's going on in the world, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
So that was fun. So thank you for being a part of that with Jacob last night. Okay, finally, I wanted to...
that was the final one.
No, well, we have probably about 15 minutes left or so if we want to have this be about an hour. And one of the things you can do as a couple is... and during the quarantine, to help survive the quarantine, is to do some quizzes. So I have an article that I'm going to link.
Are we going to do a quiz right now?
We are. I pulled out some different things from the quiz. Okay. It's from lifehack.org. There's 10 different relationship quizzes on this article that you can check out and pick and choose at different times what you want to focus on. There's different subject topics for each quiz. So I just picked out like 4 or 5 questions that I thought would be fun to go through. And this article actually references one of our favorite people, Dr. John Gottman. And Dr. John Gottman says that successful couples are intimately familiar with each other's worlds. I think that's really important. And taking quizzes together, it can be fun and funny and make you laugh, but also can be really revealing and honest and give you some real insight into what's going on in your partner's world and their life and what they're thinking. What are you doing right now?
I'm actually sending a streak to Jackson.
Oh, okay.
It has a butterfly on my nose.
Oh, that's nice. Did you hear what I said?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to do a quiz.
Okay, thanks. I quoted Gottman.
I know you said he's one of our favorite people, and I was going to take not issue with that, but I wouldn't hold him in that high of esteem that he's one of my favorite people.
As content.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, for the show. But yeah, so it's important to take this opportunity to, again, as part of trying to survive the quarantine as a couple, learn stuff about each other and have a fun interaction. So we're gonna take a quiz. I'm gonna ask you a question. We're both gonna answer.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Is there a winner? Is this a quiz I win?
No, there's no winner. The winner is our relationship and our love. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you found yourself stranded on a deserted island,
Toilet paper.
what book would you take and why?
That was a throwback to
Yeah.
Love Island game. Which I would like to go back in and add like a
A virus outbreak option.
no, like I want to do a dub over where I very clearly win at saying I would need toilet paper if I were stranded on an island, since everybody, that's what they got for the coronavirus quarantine was there's no toilet
I told
paper.
you so.
Literally, we have I think 2 rolls left. That might be what we hunt for this weekend when we go out on our Walking Dead supply run.
Okay. I'll bring the katana sword.
Okay.
So, what book would you bring with you?
Well, is there Wi-Fi?
No.
Because I don't ever read just one book.
That's the whole point of Desert Island. That's you get to choose one.
I don't really like one book.
Or 2.
I don't like to reread books. I guess the Outlander series. I could reread that.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Okay. What about you?
All right. As dorky as this is going to sound, but I enjoyed them so much because they're so colorful. Harry Potter series.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. And it allows you to sort of get lost in that world. And it's not really, such an easy read. And if you have kids with you, if you're stranded on Desert Island with kids, it's fun to read that with them and do the voices and stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's like juvenile reading, but it's a good book.
Okay.
Good series. Okay. What was your favorite video game to play as a child?
Super Mario Brothers 1 or 3.
That's awesome. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah, and we didn't meet each other until way after that.
Well, not way after.
It wasn't yet. What did you like about 3? That was my favorite. 1 is good, but 3 is what I would choose. This is not a Desert Island thing. It's just what was your favorite? That was my favorite.
1 because it's the OG. 3, I don't remember.
The music from 1 is the best.
Is 3? Yep, I don't even remember. Is that where
the graphics
you're kind
were
of
better.
in the graphics were better?
Yeah.
You could there was more like hidden stuff.
Yes.
I think.
Well, they had the fox.
What?
Outfit, right?
Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah.
And he could flip things with his tail, he could spin and kill you.
Yeah, and that wasn't in the first one at all.
That's right. Yeah.
So that was new.
Yeah.
New worlds. It was cool.
But there was hidden worlds. If you could Google wasn't a thing. If you could ask Jeeves.
That wasn't a thing either.
Ask Jeeves?
When you were playing Super Mario 3, no way.
What year do you think that came out?
89 maybe.
So did I buy cheats from a store? Did I buy a cheat book? How did I get cheat codes and stuff?
I don't know, but there was no internet.
Are you sure?
We have to look that up now. What year did it come out?
Super Mario 3, and then the advent of AOL. You could look that up.
Super Mario 3.
So Josh is also a really slow typer.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
What's it called? When you do it with a chicken pecking, hen pecking. What's that called?
1990.
1990 was Super Mario 3?
Yes.
And then when did AOL come out?
Okay. When did AOL start? Okay, here we go. I'm not telling you.
88.
85. But you didn't have AOL in 85.
I sure did.
No,
I
you
had it
did
very
not.
early on.
You were an early adopter of America Online.
Yes, sure.
Oh boy, I don't know if that's. Let's see. They went online in November '85, but there's no way you had it.
No, but it's likely I had it in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Okay. Anyway, I don't think you got the cheats from
It
online.
is possible that my memory is completely incorrect. We do know this about me.
Okay. Oh boy. So yeah, I really liked Super Mario 3, but I also really liked Sonic.
Oh,
We were a Sega family, and I
Yeah,
liked
I didn't
Sonic
have
a
that.
lot. It was a lot of
that's
fun.
actually one of the movies that is being released early, or I was doing research earlier.
Yeah. It
Look
is
at
pretty cool
pictures.
what the entertainment industry is doing.
See that creativity.
Yeah. Like Onward, we get to see that. That just was that's supposed to still be in the theaters. That was very cool to be able to get that on digital download. Frozen 2 came to Disney Plus super early. That's how we were able to see that, which is great. But yeah, so Sonic was big because we were a big Sega family. And then, of course, the James Bond first-person shooter. Oh, my God. GoldenEye. So fun. That was great. GoldenEye. This is Sega stuff. Oh, no. That was Super Nintendo, I think.
This is super boring.
Now, for the gamers for the gamers that are our age, they love this.
Okay.
GoldenEye, Super Nintendo, Sonic for Sega, and of course, what's it called? Super Mario
I
3.
don't know.
Okay, next. Are you? I lost you again. You're
You
in your
lost
phone.
me. Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm here. I'm watching on Facebook. Someone's doing backflips.
Oh, that's scary.
No.
If you could go for a week without a TV, your phone, or computer, which one would you choose?
Well, this is a silly question. A TV, because I could get everything I need on my computer.
Okay.
Wait, go for a week with just one of those or without one of those?
Without one of those.
Well, I feel like my phone is all of those.
That's true.
It's a bad question. Was this written in 1989?
No. 93. No, I guess the question is, what do you primarily use your phone for? Social media,
Yep.
email.
Yep.
What do you primarily use your computer for?
Work.
Email,
Yep.
work.
Yep.
TV is for watching stuff. So watching stuff. So what would you? I think I would get rid of. I guess I should have rewritten this question. I would get rid of social media for a week. That's what I would
Yeah.
do.
That's how I stay
I know exactly.
hip.
Hip. That's how you stay hip.
Is it working?
Yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I think I would get rid of that for a week. Because you could get news if you needed to.
Well,
and-
yeah. I mean, we've done that, right? Like
Yeah.
we were on a cruise pre-COVID-19. And
Just a
side,
month before.
will you? I know, right?
Scary.
Will you get on a cruise ship again? Now in this
I
like
would.
post-COVID-19.
I would. Honestly, we don't want to get political, but I would get on it just to support the cruise industry. They have taken such a hit as an
I
industry.
don't know that I feel badly for the cruise industry.
No, I just meant supporting the economy. I feel safe on cruise ships. I will feel safe again on cruise ships. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe that's a different episode. So yeah, I mean, I'd still want to watch, but I guess my point is I would still want to watch TV movies. I'd still want to get my email. I could definitely go.
I could do without watching TV and movies.
Yeah. All right. So we learned something about each other.
Oh, I knew this about you.
Like I could totally. I mean, hours go by sometimes where I don't touch.
Well, and this is
Facebook.
why this morning when Cole said, "Have you guys watched Tiger King yet?" You said, "I don't know what that is." If you were on social media, you would have seen that everybody you know
Okay.
has watched Tiger King.
So I've Googled it in the meantime, and I'm not watching that.
But I don't think it's about. I think it probably would be in line with your values.
Really?
I think so.
But I don't even want to see that stuff.
Okay.
I've seen some stuff, and seeing animals get hurt is what I just can't do it.
Wait, do the animals get hurt?
I know. Well, but it sounds like that's a possibility from the article I was reading.
I feel like it's the other way around.
What?
I think
People get hurt?
I think so.
But do
I don't
people get
really know.
hurt because animals feel threatened and they shouldn't be in cages?
Okay, this is Josh's sensitive subject.
It really is.
Yeah, he does not believe in zoos.
Not even a little bit.
But you're kind of okay with the one that's a not amphibious.
Sanctuary?
Yeah, no, the one that all the animals are.
I'm totally against it
They
now.
are.
Indigenous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're from the area, but why
Except
are
for
they
the
in
elephants,
cages?
because it's an elephant. Oh,
But why are they in
they don't
cages?
eat each other.
They don't.
Okay.
No, they don't need to be in a place. Sometimes they do need to eat each other. That's nature, but they should be able to do it in their own areas without cages.
Okay. This might be a separate topic.
I thought this was a couples quiz section of the. Okay.
Careful when you do those quizzes. They open up.
Yeah.
Remember what happened on our Love Island episode.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I have two more. Two
Okay.
more questions. What was your childhood actor/actress crush?
Joey McIntyre, New Kids on the Block.
Wow, you had it right there, ready to go, and you didn't even
Always.
know this question
Yeah.
was coming.
I would
Really?
leave you in a minute for him.
No,
Just
you
kidding.
wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. He's too little. But
What do you mean too little?
he's like petite.
Is he though?
It's just
I
seems
think
like
he's pretty tall.
But petite.
Like skinny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're funny. This is funny. But you did have that right there at the surface.
Yeah. Well, because now I want to win. I don't like to. You said, what was your childhood? And I thought, oh, God, I don't remember anything. I've blocked a lot of stuff out. I don't remember things. I'm not going to remember this stuff. So I was like primed. I was like already like sorting through my Rolodex in my head.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. So, Joey McIntyre. Do you like the his hits later? Like his solo artists?
No,
No? I thought he did pretty good.
I don't really remember.
Yeah. I have like a faint melody in my head, but I don't know the words. Anyway. Okay, for me, childhood now.
Okay.
I'm not a creep. DJ from Full House. We were the same age. So as a child, I was like, told a crush on DJ.
Okay.
DJ Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, last question.
Mm-hmm.
What are your happiest memories of our early days together? What made it so special for you? Our early days as a couple.
Band camp?
Band camp.
No, I don't really know. Band camp's on my mind since it burned down last night.
Yeah. The venue that we had band camp at when we were in high school, there was a big fire.
I think that those must have been some of the dorms we slept in, right? The buildings that
They
burned
must
down
have
last
been,
night?
because last time I drove through there, they were still there. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Football games. I think that's part of the
Yeah?
reason why like I have this emotional connection to our boys playing football. Is because we did not play football, but we were in the band, the marching band, and so we would go to the Friday night high school football games. So, yeah, I guess I would say that because it was just fun. There was like this, the atmosphere that you have at a sporting event, a high school sporting event. Like there's all different generations there. There's this like camaraderie around your team, around your town. We would take the third quarter off and everyone would get snacks and walk around. And yeah, it was fun. Then sometimes we would go out after to like the breakfast place, right? Or someplace uptown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. I agree.
Yeah. What about you?
Definitely some of our happiest memories. I would agree for sure. But I think for me, I guess that our first summer together was a lot of fun because we didn't have school. We get to see each other in school, which is great, but we were a year apart, so we didn't share classes or anything. So that first summer together, we were together every day.
I totally remember that.
Like it was a summer of '95, and for 90s kids, that was a very important year. Like great music came out that year, some great movies.
Did I have AOL that summer?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You did not play Super Mario Brothers once while we were together. So that you were done playing Nintendo by the time we were together in 1994.
Just trying to
So
solve
that's
that
enough
mystery.
with the AOL stuff. No, but I think that summer
But so
meant
these
a
are
lot
like
to me.
kid memories. So what about like when we were adults?
When we first started living together, that was very special to me.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
and we
living
got
in
our
Boston
cat.
together.
We got
Yep.
Jogger.
Even before when we were in college living together.
Oh right.
And then when we moved into our first apartment, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was special to me, that summer of '95, just because there's so much. Like I equate the first time I ever saw one of my favorite bands of all time. People know me is Dave Matthews, and shout out to Dave. He did a live show on Twitter the other night, which was really cool. A lot of musicians are out there doing.
Elton John is doing something Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I remember the first time I ever heard Dave Matthews, the band, and I was like blown away. Was they were at MTV Beach House live show. They were on TV, and I was at your house. And we were just hanging out.
Huh, fascinating.
Enjoying the summer together. That was a really special time for me. That period of time. That was the final couples quiz question I prepared for, and I stole those all from that website. Not stole, borrowed, I guess, shared with you guys. So check out that lifehack.org. Lifehack.org relationship quiz article. And for all kinds of different, those are just scratching the surface, some samples of some of those quiz questions. So that was it. This was our Surviving the Quarantine as a Couple episode. We hope everybody's doing well out there. Do you have anything to add, Jenny?
No, thank you for doing the show prep.
Yeah, you're very welcome. My pleasure. I like when you have no idea what we're going to talk about.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. I just show up.
So everybody, we're going to try to sprinkle in some sort of quarantine COVID stuff and some, we'll keep doing these episodes that are related to what everybody's dealing with as well, best we can. And again, Jenny, happy anniversary, Changing Perspectives,
yes,
1 year.
I happily wait my gift.
Okay. It's in the mail, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered it through AOL. Yeah. All right, everybody.
Super Mario 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. For today's show notes links, you can check out lifehack.org for the relationship quiz article and harrods.com, how to survive coronavirus quarantine and save your relationship. Follow us on Facebook, everybody, at Changing Perspectives Podcast, and on Instagram at Changing Perspectives Blog. You can email us at changingpodcast@gmail.com. You can also visit our website by going to changingperspectivesblog.com. And while you're there, don't forget to visit the shop to check out all that Changing Perspectives merchandise. Go ahead and subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode. And we will see you next time. Say bye, Jenny.
Bye, Jenny.
The Changing Perspectives podcast is produced, recorded, and edited by Dizzy Studios. Please visit Dizzy Studios on Facebook, facebook.com/DizzyBird Studios.